I said it, baby. Hello and welcome. Christmas Eve over here. We're talking December 24th, friends. The days are getting longer. We have made it past winter solstice. Had an amazing game last night. I thought it was an amazing game. Went back and forth. Hey, the bet hit. If you put it on the bet, I told you to do it. We took San Francisco plus 3.5. And we took Ryan Tannehill to get over 15 rushing yards. Beautiful bet, beautiful hit. I hope you guys are on it. Because today's show is Fashalamadon Friday. And that means we are taking bets. Big Amo's not here, but he did send over some picks. Enjoy your time with your family, Big Amo. I know how much fun it is skating and sledding and moving around on the snow. I hope y'all have a wonderful day over there in Manchester, my friend. All right, moving right along. Here we go. Betting Friday. I'm not even going to freaking recap that game. The Titans won it by 3 points, and we covered the spread. That's all that matters, baby. And there's a lot of hype on San Francisco. So it was weird. It was a tale of two halves. San Francisco dominated the first half. Our Kyle Juszczyk touchdown bet. It was there. There was two opportunities, but Jimmy G just missed three both times. Kyle Juszczyk was wide open for two touchdowns, but that was kind of the night for Jimmy G. He was off two interceptions, not doing too well. Debo Samuel's a freaking man. I hope you had him in your lineup. He got my best ball. Woo, buddy, watch out now. All we gotta do is make it one more week, and we in there, baby. But today, it's a Christmas episode. We don't have weekend episodes here, so yeah, shutting the door there. So it's about Christmas today. We're gonna have two Christmas games tomorrow, and we got bets already on them. I'm gonna share them with you. What I've got going on, what they got going on, and we'll see how it's going. All right, because I know I've already got a lot of dates plus. It's cool. I forgot about a book. I forgot about one of my books, and I had all these points put in there for making so many bets, and I forgot about it. So this is a reminder to you guys: if you have multiple books out there, which you should, if you're betting, go make sure that if I kind of ran out. I cashed it out. I really did. I won, 4-digit bet on there, so I cashed it all out, and then I left about 100, and it just slowly dwindled down. So where I forgot about it, I actually had to do an update on the app because I forgot about it. And then we hit that bet that I told you about. I placed that bet. I turned my points in, got a free bet out of it. Turned that free bet with plus odds and the money because a lot of these books, if you got a free bet and don't have plus odds, you're gonna be losing money on your bet. It's kind of weird. That's how they do it. We did it with PointsBet. That's who I did it with. I got it in there. Guess what? Now that book has money in it. Now I can have a one bet, a two bet, or whatever I would like kind of unit bet on there if I want to stretch it out. But we turned it into money. So I'm just telling you guys that. So because I don't know how all these books are, I'm not going to pretend to. There could be some of them where they restart everything at the beginning of the year. So if you have points, if you have something not utilizing, don't be hesitant to turn that into a cash bet. We got playoffs coming around. We got good basketball coming around. A lot of people betting on hockey and fighting. So there's all kinds of good ways. Just don't lose that. You worked hard. You made a lot of bets. The points to dollar ratios are pretty bad. And I ended up getting a $30 bet, turned that into some more money. Bada bing, here we are. It's very interesting to me. But we did do it. And so I'm just reminding you to go do that on your books real quick. All right, let's take a look at what Big Amo said, my friends. Christmas teaser. He's been on this for a few days now. The lines are probably going to be moving, but we have the this is Big Amo's Christmas teaser, and we got Colts plus 7.5. We both think the Colts are going to win this game, but Arizona, they still have to be treated as an elite team because they are. Cliff Kingsbury usually starts falling apart later in the season, and that's okay. I think he will be all right with it. And the Christmas teaser, once again, Big Amos, -1.5 for the Packers. Colts plus 7.5, so the Colts not to lose by more than a touchdown. Taylor will run all over the Cardinals rush D. This is what Big Amos says. Colts should win in the trenches as without J.J. Watt. This pass rush is not the same, nor is the rush defenses either because J.J. Watt was in the middle, clogging a lot of that up. Not that they want wins to throw it a lot. I like the Colts first half win at plus 105 as Frank Reich usually schemes up well. I like that too. So he actually gave us 3 there. Colts first half at plus 105. Very interesting. All right, we have Big Amos mouse. Here it is, baby. The mouse. Oh, there goes. Oh man, we just lost our boy Wolverine. Hey man, maybe y'all have a good Christmas story too. Please send me your favorite gift. I'll tell you about my most memorable Christmas. when we get to the end of the episode today. All right. But here's Big Almost Mouse. We got the mouse. For me, remember that stands for money line under and spread. And hey, Big Almo did it. So MO is the money line. He's taking Tampa angry Brady from being shut out. We'll get the win over Cam. Love Cam, but he is struggling. Yeah, and they've already said Sam Darnold is going to get some playing time in that game as well. So that does not look good for Carolina. I just had to throw some shade at Sam Darnold. So we got the buddy line on Tampa Bay. We got the under on the Raiders at Broncos game, under 47.5. Neither team has scored over 20 points at all in their last 7 games. Are you freaking kidding me? Good under right there, Big Almo. Spread. We're taking the Eagles over 2.5 spread. Giants are bad, banged up, poor offensive line, and Eagles will win on both sides of the trenches coming from Big Almo. That comes in at plus 127, plus odds. You got to love it. A 3-leg parlay. We got our mouse. Money line Tampa Bay under 47.5 in the Raiders Broncos games, and the Eagles to cover a 2.5 point spread plus 127 odds on the mouse. Let's get on it. I'm gonna bet that. You believe it? I love it, Big Mama. All right, looking at some of his singles, we got the Bengals negative 2.5. Burrow number 1 versus the blitz and man coverage. This is the Ravens' main scheme. 26. I don't know what that DVLA stands for. 26th ranked defense. I'm assuming their secondary is really, really banged up. That's Big Almo's thing, and he's kind of been on the AFC North a little bit more than me. Paying attention to it, he has a lot of bets in the AFC North. As you can, you can go back and review it. I don't know who's going to win this game because I just think the Ravens are going to be bad. And then the last 2 weeks, they've almost come back and won their games. And the Bengals, I don't know who they are from week to week. It's like 1 week they're just dominant. And then the next week they can't get any points. And then the next week they have 3 quarters off and they play one good fourth quarter and come back and win. So I'm a little scared of it, but the Bengals should win it. It's a single bet. Bengals negative 2.5 for Big Amu. Looking at some props. Everybody loves some prop bets. Slot duo. Lamb over, engage over, double down. He says hammer it. He says put him down on a parlay. He's taking the Lamb over, engage over. I'm assuming that is on receptions because he's been on the Gage reception line the past 2 weeks and it's hit. It is hit, my friends. So Big Almo trusts him on this Gage line. He's been on it. Lamb and over, Lamb engage over, and I think that's reception. Elite wide receiver duo, Allen and Cup over double. He's saying put them down yet. We don't have a lot of props out there, but that's one Big Almost feeling good about. Maybe he said that because he doesn't know the yards. I'd be willing to bet the slot duo is the receptions. I'd be willing to bet the elite wide receiver duo is Allen and Cup. That's the yardage. So let's go take a look. Let's see what I got going on for you here because I've just, I made bets. That's what I do. I make bets, Balu. And I know I got some up here for you. Oh, I got on at the Dolphins. I went ahead and I bet a big unit on it. I tried to get it in as quick as I could. Let's see what the line is at right now. Where is that game at? Did they not even have it up? I don't even see it on the line. There it is. Oh, it's still at 1.5. Dolphins 1.5 playing against a whole slew of teams. We saw what happened to the Saints when they didn't have Sean Payton last time. We've seen what happens whenever you get a third-string quarterback in there. I do think – actually, this is a fourth-string quarterback because Winston's out. Taysom Hill's out. Trevor Simeon's out. That means they're on their fourth-string quarterback against a team that has been red freaking hot, baby. The Dolphins, man. They've come back, too. It's playing good football. That defense finally clicked in its rhythm. I don't know what it's just so hot in Miami. They probably were just muggy and not ready to play come August, September, a little bit of October. But now that they're in the actual decent weather, the Dolphins have been playing pretty daggone good, man. So I'm feeling really good about this 1.5 spread on the Dolphins. Straight bet, baby. What is there not to like? I mean, the Saints, yeah, they beat the Buccaneers. That's in a divisional game. Now they're playing against the Dolphins because they play once every 4 years. They don't know anything. The last time they played the Dolphins, Brian Flores wasn't the head coach. Think about that. They don't have all they have is what's on tape this year and what's on tape last year from Tua. They don't have any in-game experience with them. This game is in New Orleans, so it could tilt a little bit to the Saints' favor. But I just think Tua's on one. I think Tua's on one, and it pains me to say that because I just talk so much trash about him. But he's doing something. And they have a very small chance of making the playoffs, but they have a chance. And you're not going to give up on that chance, right? The Dolphins are playing really great defense, and I think they're going to be able to shut down the Saints no matter if Kamara gets the ball 200 times. I don't care what happens. I don't know anything about this rookie quarterback coming in to play. I don't know where he went to college. I don't know what his stats are. I don't think it freaking matters. Christian Wilkinson, Emmanuel Ogba, Jerome Baker, that elite secondary from the Dolphins. They'll shut it down, and they're going to get that 1.5-point spread on Monday night, baby. All right, so that's one bet I got going on. Here's another one that I had going on. Seattle to cover a 14.5-point spread, Tennessee to cover a 10.5-point spread, and the Eagles to cover a negative 2.5-point spread from last week. So now the only leg left is, it's kind of crazy. It's the same thing as Big Almost. Colts to cover a 7.5-point spread. This was a T spread line. It's the last one I need in this leg, and we'll be good to go. All right, let's take a look at some straight prop bets. Let's make a same game parlay. Can we do that? Let's make a same game parlay and the Packers game live on the air. Let me make sure I didn't do this first. I might have already done this. That's the problem when you get a lot of books. You're like, did I make that bet in this book? We're going to go load it up and see. While we're doing that, I'm going to make my mouse because I'm feeling pretty confident about some way. So on the money line, who do we think is going to win? No questions asked. It's just a win, baby. Negative 435 for the Bucs seems good, but I'll build something a little different than Big Almo. Let's see here. Jets, Falcons, Lions, Falcons. That's a good money line. I'm going to take the Falcons on the money line on that one to beat the Lions, maybe with Jared Goff, maybe without. Okay, so you just never know. To cover the spread, we've already talked about it. We're going to put the Saints back on it. So there's the money line spread, and then we're going to tease the Packers game and the Browns game. 46 points. I honestly don't think they're going to get that, but we'll tease it up to 49.5, and that'll cover a pretty decent spread. Boom, coming in on a 3-leg parlay. We got Iggy's mouse. Right now, we got the Falcons on the money line to beat the Detroit Lions. We got the Dolphins to cover a 1.5-point spread. I think they got the Saints. I'm going all in on it. And then we're going under 49.5 for the Cleveland Browns at the Green Bay Packers, coming in at a beautiful plus 313. This is a confident. Hey, we hit the mouse last week. I hit the mouse for the outside the huddle guys. Let me just rewind everybody and tell everybody what that was, because that was a good hit. Let's see here. Here it was last week. Green Bay Packers on the money line, under 49.5 in the Raiders Cleveland Browns. That was 30. Houston Texans to cover a 7.5-point spread, and they won that game. It was a beautiful mouse who went really safe with it. Could have played it a little bit more on the edge and done really well, but hey, I'm about building money with the mouse. All right, that's what we do. So once again, Atlanta on the money line spread. Miami Dolphins negative 1.5. I think we got it. And then under 49.5. We just teased it up 3 points. Make sure there's less than 7 touchdowns in that game. The Browns can't move the ball. The Packers like to control the clock. That should be an easy one. You could probably gone the other way. You probably could have took 3.5 off of it and still been good. But we're playing it safe. And look at these odds. Plus 313. Are you freaking kidding me on something I consider super safe? You're going to want that one. That's what they call money in the bank, my friends. I'm going to get the phone out here and set it down somewhere. And I've lost it. I lose everything, man. But that's the mouse that we're looking at right now. I don't know where my phone went, guys. Well, anyway, let's look at some more bets. Let's build the same game. So we got that one going as well. This is ridiculous. Hold on one second. Well, that's the same. That's my mouse. So we got Big Almo's mouse. I've got my single prop. Let's go see what we got going on and see if they've given us any props for the rest of the week. They're sometimes late on this. I don't know why they like to be late on it, but they are. That's who they are. They are who they thought they were. I always like it. Shout out to Mr. Green, man. One of the greatest coaches of my lifetime. Underrated, disrespected, but he's great. All right, let's see if we got some props in. You guys like the touchdown score. Let's see what they're giving me right here. Devontae Adams, negative 135. Take it. They need one touchdown pass for Devontae Adams to become Aaron Rodgers' most touchdowns to a wide receiver. He's tied with Jordy Nelson. And then dig this, Aaron Rodgers is one touchdown away from passing Brett Favre. So we're going to go there. Devontae Adams, got to love that anytime touchdown score. Jonathan Taylor's at negative 215. I'm kind of feeling A.J. Green in this matchup. The Colts, they have very physical corners, but they do not have big corners. They don't have tall corners. And A.J. Green is very tall. And so I'm going to take a risk right there. I don't know what there is not to like about that one. So hold on one second. We're going to do this right. We're going to do this the right way. 1 second. It's a live show. Sometimes things get a little crazy. All right. Clearing it off the board real quick. Going to write it on there. These ones I'm building for you live. I just had my phone and I have no idea. You know, I have this theory. I have this theory that there's these black holes, right? Little miniature black holes. If stuff exists in the grand, then it exists in the infinitely small, right? Our body is just like its own little universe, right? With all this bacteria and electrons and stuff rolling around. So I have a theory that there's miniature black holes, and they like to live in pockets. They like to just like orbit around me, and they'll take some stuff and they'll place it somewhere else. See, somehow it got spit out way out there. Don't ask me how that happens. I thought I set it down right here. All right, let's take a look at some bets right here. I'm going to pull out FanDuel. So I'm going back and forth between DraftKings and FanDuel right now, okay? Because you do get different odds. That's part of the reason I'm having different books. It's kind of become the theme of this show. And that's what we got to work on. But I'm going to show, because I know I built something on FanDuel too. I know I got a couple going. So let's take a look at that before I just get too crazy. The 4-leg, so on the money line, I took Green Bay and Indianapolis Colts on the money line. I paired it with the Seattle Seahawks at -2.5 and Seattle Seahawks plus 14.5 and Eagles 2.5. I was really on that bet last week, and I parlayed it with some stuff. Also, I have a two-leg parlay for this one as well. Green Bay Packers to cover 6.5 spread, and Indianapolis Colts to cover 6.5 positive. So -6.5 on Green Bay, plus 6.5 on the Colts. I do that. That's my Green Bay, my Christmas Day teaser. And for what it's worth, man, the Colts at -230. I got those at bad odds. I don't know what happened to make the line move so much, but it's moved. And then so there you have it on that one. And then that one's the division winners. We can't do that. Make sure you go get Rodgers MVP. The odds have moved. I placed like 3 bets on him so far this season, but he will be doing well on that one. All right. So let's see. Building the same game parlay. I wanted to do that before. Well, we're still doing anytime touchdown too. So let's take a look there. Actually, the show's getting a little too crazy. We're going to have to take a smoke break. I haven't done that on the air in quite some time, and it's about time we do it. Live smoke break, my friends. Oh, that's better. That's better. Mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Okay. So right in my mouse down. So we have it there. Mouse coming in at, let's see. It's coming in at plus 13, plus 313. Once again, Atlanta, Miami, -1.5. Cleveland, Green Bay, under 49.5. Not a bad little mix. You know, and guys, the truth is with the anytime touchdown, I like to use running backs, but I'm looking at some advantages that we can possibly take advantage of. And we're going to build a three-leg anytime touchdown score. So we're going Devontae Adams first and foremost. Jonathan Taylor doesn't give us much odds. I do believe in AJ Green this week. I really do. I think he's going to get a touchdown. They're going to have to start throwing the ball. So we'll put AJ Green on there. And then one more we're looking at. I think Alexander Madison's good for it. Let's see. Let's keep going. Ronald Jones, he's going to have to step it up. You know what? Let's go Cordell Pimpin Patterson. He's been so good. He's been so good. So here it is right here. Anytime touchdown. Anytime 3-leg. Anytime TD times 3. We got D. Adams, AJ Green. I just told you I love going running backs and I take 3 wide receivers. But, you know, Pimpin Patterson, he's kind of more of a slash, really. This is coming in at plus 738, guys. Plus 738. Now, don't get it twisted. I've already told you guys multiple times, anytime touchdown scores are difficult to do. It's hard to get one of them right. So, you know, don't be maybe take it down. Don't bet a full unit on this, but plus 738 odds. You got to love that, baby. AJ Green's really, in my mind, the only question here, and he's at plus 200. So, and if you wanted to take AJ Green off, that's at plus 738. If you take AJ Green off and you put on, oh, whoops, I didn't mess that up. Where did he go? Where are you at, my friend? Let's take off AJ Green, put Jonathan Taylor. Let's go back to the well. Let's go back to where we feel good. Did they take him off? All of a sudden, I can't find that game now. Black holes, they're real. If you took Jonathan Taylor on there and instead of AJ Green, it would come out at plus 309. So about half the odds for something probably that will happen more. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's anytime touchdown at negative 215. So I like AJ Green. I'm sticking with it. Let's see what else we can do for you. Yeah, let's build the same game. Same game parlay on Christmas special, focusing on those games. Although I do have the Monday night game that we've been discussing quite a bit as well. All right, so let's go back. We're going to build a live same game on the air, and then we'll probably get it out of here after that, my friends. All right, so let's go build the same game parlay. Nothing to not like about it. Let's just do something simple. I've really been doing something like these little two-leg parlays that I really like. So we're going to do Devontae Adams anytime touchdown scorer, Green Bay money line, plus 100. Plus 100 yards, as long as Devontae Adams gets a touchdown. I mean, my gosh, what's there not to like about that? Let's see. Yeah, because then we start getting into some other stuff. Let's look at halves. We'll do halves too. We'll do Green Bay to win the half, Green Bay to win the game, and Devontae Adams anytime touchdown scorer. I tell you, I think that's going to happen. They're going to want to do that in front of the crowd. So there's our same game parlay, people, coming in at plus 145. Not the greatest odds, but I feel like it's pretty simple. And the object is to win parlays. Parlays are very, very difficult to win. Go back and look at your stats at your parlays. I bet you haven't been winning too many. So here it is. Same game parlay for X-Boost. We got Green Bay at half. Green Bay first half. Adams anytime TD. Same game coming in at plus 145. What's there not to like about that, huh? What's there not to like about that? Green Bay at the half. Green Bay on the money line. Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. That's all we need. Plus 145. Great odds. Beautiful odds. We all love those odds. Nothing not to like about those odds. And all we're essentially asking for is Devontae Adams to score a touchdown because I feel like Green Bay's going to win this game with quite ease, honestly. The Browns played on Monday. They have to turn around and play on Saturday after a weird COVID week. And J.C. Tretter's now out, their former Green Bay Packer center. I think this is going to be a very interesting game. I really do. So, for whatever it's worth, there's our same game parlay, my friends. And then here are all the bets. One more last look. We got the Mouse, Atlanta, Miami negative 1.5, Cleveland and Green Bay under 49.5, anytime touchdown times 3. Devontae Adams, AJ Green, Cordell, Pimpin' Patterson, man. And then the same game parlay on the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns, and it's Green Bay to win the game, Green Bay to be winning at halftime, and Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. It's pretty simple, my friends. We just want to make some money. That's all we're trying to do. All right. Well, I promised you my favorite Christmas story. We'll do that to end it. I'm actually wearing it, man. This is I don't really have a whole lot of Christmas memories, I guess, when it comes down to it. But I do remember this one. I remember being in third grade and, run into like the front room part of the house. And they're sitting out there. It was on top of something. There was some other gift too, from Santa. And I don't remember that gift at all. But I remember this. My first Green Bay Packer jersey ever, man. And a lot of y'all probably don't know who this is. A lot of y'all are probably too young or probably haven't been fans of the Packers long enough to know who this is. But this man is the greatest wide receiver that ever played the game, even though I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame, even though, he's a couple of my favorite Packers all got their career ended early with neck injuries. And Sterling Sharp almost broke his neck, man, and never played again. And that's who this jersey is, man. So shout out to the great wide receiver, Sterling Sharp, man. Was on pace to shatter all of Jerry Rice's records back way when people were still running the ball. Back when, this Brett Favre won an MVP with 16 touchdown passes, 17 touchdown passes. And he played with Sterling Sharp. And it was a different era. But Sterling Sharp was on pace to set all those records, man. I loved him. He's what made me a Packer fan. You're talking over 30 years ago that I got this Christmas shirt, this jersey on Christmas. And I've been a lifelong Packer fan ever since, right? So shout out once again to Sterling Sharp. Shout out to you guys. Have a wonderful Christmas, man. I hope you get to spend time with your family. I hope you get to do what you love. But for God's sakes, let's watch some football and let's enjoy it and have a good time because we don't get Christmas football all the time. We get the best team. We get the MVP. We get the reigning MVP. More than likely going to be the back-to-back MVP. And he's going to put on a show, man. He's going to break Brett Favre's record for most touchdown passes for the franchise that people thought would never be broke. People thought that record would never be broke. It's broke. And Devontae Adams is going to pass Jordy Nelson with the most touchdown passes. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday weekend, and I'll talk to you Monday. Peace.